Ever since the United States Supreme Court legalized abortion in 1973, over 62 million lives have been unjustly ended. 62 million. Let that sink in. One death every 34 seconds. Over 1 million lives unjustly ended every year. 1/3 of our generation is missing. That's 1/3 of your classroom, 1/3 of your workplace, 1/3 of unlimited and great potential ended. The CDC reports 700,176 Americans have died from COVID. At this rate, it would take almost 90 years for COVID deaths to match the abortion deaths since 1973. The worldwide death toll from abortion now exceeds every war, every disease, every famine, and every genocide in the history of the world. Because of this, the killing of the preborn children is the worst human rights crisis in human history. Our generation cannot stay silent. We must not stay silent. We cannot continue to turn a blind eye or do nothing when over 1 million innocent babies and women a year die in the name of choice. Women's rights do not include the ending of another human life. Nothing justifies the killing of an innocent human life, ever. Life is the greatest gift, God's greatest gift, an act of hope confirming the unknown and unlimited potential in each human being. When the government allows human atrocities to occur, how can we stand on the sidelines and watch? The United States Constitution promises each and every American the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Everyone possesses basic inalienable human rights given to us by our Creator. How is it then that the United States, along with many other nations, including Europe, South America, China, Russia, and many more, allow this great human injustice of abortion to continue? People often ask me why I am so passionate about ending abortion. When I was a child and learned what abortion truly was, I thought to myself, how can this great evil even exist? How can someone think of killing the life of their preborn child, regardless of circumstances? My heart shattered for those preborn babies and for the mothers that believed the lie that in order to be successful and happy, they needed to end the life of their own preborn child. We all need to protect the weak and vulnerable. We need to stand up for human rights for all humans, regardless of age, sex, size, race, or ability. Without the right to life, what other rights exist? Without life, what else matters? In a world where championing pro-life views is seen as unethical, hateful, and ignorant, why take this position at all? Why willingly become despised and hated? Do you ever stop to think about how protecting babies is being villainized to be hateful, unethical, and ignorant? Yes, that's what some would say in our society about being pro-life. That's the lie we are being fed. Not only that, abortion is murder. It hurts women, destroys families, and fractures communities by erasing the great potential of our present and future generations. 34% of women who have had an abortion experience higher chances of anxiety disorders, 37% greater risk of depression, 110% greater risk of alcohol use and abuse, and 115% greater chances of suicide behaviors. Our law upholds abortion as a right, but in reality, it marginalizes both pregnant women and their preborn babies. By dehumanizing the preborn and convincing mothers that giving birth is somehow incongruent with happiness and success, pro-abortion activists have convinced millions of vulnerable pregnant girls and women to end the life of their own child. Abortion does not save or help women. It betrays women. Just like Susan B. Anthony said, abortion is the greatest exploitation of women. Our society has deemed pregnancy as a disease, fertility as gross, and motherhood as misery. Pro-choice advocates justify ending human life. They point to cases of rape, incest, potential future suffering, and abuse to justify abortion. In addition, they assert that when the mother's life is in danger, that her bodily autonomy gives her the right to an abortion. According to the LA Institute, even after rape, Abortion not only prevents the healing of the victim, but it adds further trauma because of her dead child. As the pro-life generation, we need to show love, care, and support to these women suffering. There is redemption and forgiveness. Age, stage, background, race, gender, socioeconomic background, or political party is irrelevant. Anyone can be pro-life. Write, create social media content, use videography, or even IT work to help fundraise for nonprofits and other pro-life organizations. The pro-life movement needs your talent. Be a voice for the voiceless. Once you find your why, you will be an unstoppable force in the making for a positive change.
I am not silent about the pro-life movement because I believe it is our duty as Christians to defend the precious gift of life that God has given us.
I cannot stay silent because my conscience won't let me stay silent. These children are being murdered around the entire world.
I choose not to be silent about the pro-life issue because it is indeed a life and death issue. Abortion does indeed murder babies.
Those are children who deserve love. They don't deserve to be sacrificed in the name of choice, or feminism, or women's bodily autonomy.
Out of love, we must stand against the evil that says that we only have value when others say we do.
As Christians, we love because Christ first loved us.
The pro-life movement is so much more than just being anti-abortion. We must defend life at all stages.
It means too much to me, and it means too much to these children who are being killed.
I am not silent about the pro-life movement because I have decided that this fight is worth fighting.
I am so passionate about pro-life. I met a guy and we started dating, and about 6 months after we were dating, I found out I was pregnant with our little girl. I would say my life came to a complete halt. He didn't want to have anything to do with her, and I was 19 years old. I didn't have a job or a career. I was in school kind of in and out. For a very short second of time, I considered aborting my baby. And it was not for reasons that I wanted to, but it's just when you're in that situation, you feel so full of shame. You just want it to disappear. And you think that that is going to be like your only solution for this. At the time, my sister was going through nursing school. They had just gone through a part of the nursing school where they talked about abortions and what they actually do in abortions. And my sister really came alongside of me and said, I'm going to help you find resources and get things that are going to help you decide whether you want to give her up for adoption or whether you want to have her and raise her. She was like my rock in this. If you know someone or if you yourself have came into a situation where you're either pregnant or you know a friend who has became pregnant and they're so scared and don't know what to do, get them some resources. For one, there's so many opportunities in the Twin Cities area and beyond. All of those places are around to help you figure out what you need to get to the next step. Just because you make a mistake in life, that doesn't define who you are, and God can redeem any story.
You can be a witness for others. Life is a precious and sacred gift. At the end of my life, if I'm remembered for anything, I would hope it would be for protecting the greatest gift God has given each of us, the gift of life. It is my greatest joy to be serving in this rapidly growing movement, hopefully alongside you. We will make abortion not only illegal, but unthinkable. Be a voice for the voiceless. Speak up for those that cannot speak for themselves. Be a warrior for life. Be brave and stand up for the truth. Together, we will change the world.